Hello, I just wanted to show my filament joiner because I saw that you can buy those online, and I thought that they seemed kind of tedious to use, so I made my own. It's a prototype and it's weird, and there's a lot of stuff there that doesn't need to be there, but I thought I would need a lot more work on this before it became usable, but apparently it was way easier than anticipated. So to use it, you cut your filament like you do with all the other joiners, like to make it have a bit more surface. Then when you have done that, you have the Teflon tube, and you join the two ends in the middle where there's a little bit of heating coil driven by these battery banks. So when they meet here, just make sure that they meet at the middle. There it is. You don't have to do anything more. You just press the button like this. So it's heating. The fan will start when the heating is finished. This is just by time. It has a thermo probe, and I can stick it into the tube to calibrate it. But it was easy to just wing it actually. So it's about 30 seconds or something. So the Arduino is just counting the time and driving the MOSFETs for the fan and the heating element. This is an old NVIDIA fan because I had one laying around, maybe overkill. And then you just give it a little squeeze to the sides to dissipate some of the heat into the tube. And look at that, now it's like super smooth. And that's it. And I'm just going to turn off the noise. Oh, started the heating again. I don't want to do that. Well, I can't stop it. Doesn't matter. But it joined the filament. It prints nicely. It doesn't crack at the join either, and it is very how to say it? There's not a bump here like of any significance. It's like maybe 1.02 millimeters. So yeah, quite easy to make actually. I was surprised. Thought I would need like status indicators and guides for the filament and everything, but it was way simpler than I thought. The one you can get online looks less likely to burn down your house, but it's also slightly more tedious to use. You're using some consumable for joining. You don't do that here. The Teflon tube might wear out, but then you can consider that a consumable as well. You can always just use pieces of old Teflon tube from your other projects. It's a 1.8 millimeter. I don't know if you can get 1.75, but the one I have in my printer as standard is not working for this because it's 2 millimeters, which is too much. But just to show, it's quite easy to manage this. You just, well, take out the way too long screw, and you can do the same on the other side. This keeps the Teflon tube in place and allows the filament to go through. The idea is you can leave this inline while you are printing, so if you discover that you're running out, you can just spool out your, well, remaining spool onto a buffer or something, and then you can join the next spool on the end of that, and then you just leave the device inline while it's printing because it doesn't offer any significant resistance at all. So at least when you're using an AMS, it's not a problem at all to to leave this in. There is no resistance to the filament at all. So yeah, that's, I think, all I can say about that.